All right, now we're going to go over the steps for logging into the new Trimble Instinct device after you've just had one installed in your truck. So when the power comes onto your device, you're going to see this login screen, and we're just going to click log in. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that these three buttons you'll see me push down here represent the hard buttons that you have on the front of your device, the screen side of the device. So one of your buttons has a little back arrow, that's your back button. The center one is your home button, and the right one is your recent tasks. So we're just going to tap on the screen and hit log in. And we're going to come to our sign in screen. The account number is going to be automatically grayed out. It doesn't change. You won't be able to do anything with that. Your username is going to be the same username you've always been using. And in this case, we have a new driver named Great Driver. And so their user ID is going to be DRIGR. And we're going to hit next. The default password for everyone right now is the word password and then the numbers 123. And password is the P is capitalized. So capital P, and let me open this up so you can see what I'm typing here. Capital P A S S W O R D 123. So it should look like that. Password 123 with a capital P. You can scroll down here, or if you want to drop your keyboard screen down, you can hit the back button, the hard button on your device. And we'll sign in. Here's where it's going to have us enter a new password. This is a new one that we're going to create for ourselves. Choose something that you like, or if you want to just recycle password 123, that is perfectly fine too. And so that's what I'll do here. D123, and then it will ask you to confirm that password. So I'll scroll down here and confirm it. Again, capital P WORD 123. When both passwords match and you've met all the requirements, both fields will be highlighted in green, and you'll be able to submit. And now you've got your permanent password changed. Here, you're going to choose a 6-digit PIN, and this is how you're going to log in from now on. As long as you log in once every 8 days, you'll only have to enter this PIN. You won't have to do the username and password thing. This can be anything you like. Just make it something you'll remember. Just for this, I'm going to choose 111 all the way across, and we'll need to confirm that one more time just to make sure it's correct. And I'll hit done. And now I'm successfully logged in with my new password. So when you first log in, we'll have some errors here because you don't have any information in here. On this first screen, we're just going to hit OK. And now we see that under where our hours to drive should be, we've got a big NA here. And that's one of the things that we're going to have to correct. It doesn't read a blank log as off duty. It just reads it as blank and errors it out. So we're going to have a 34-hour off-duty reset to get this thing to work right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my status to on duty. This is just like the same I would do at the beginning of each day. And I've got some things to choose from. We're going to put some more things in here for you. Right now, I'm going to skip this. When you're connected to a truck, it's automatically going to pull your location from GPS. But right now, I am not hooked to a truck. I am here at the computer, so it's going to make me enter it in. And so I'll just put I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. If you have a load ID already ready to go, you're under dispatch, you can enter that order number here. So this is the place where in the old OmniTrack system, we would go into load under hours of service and enter our load number. And I'm going to skip it right here. Again, on your odometer reading, it's going to pull from your ECM when you're connected to a truck. But Since I am not, I'm going to enter that manually. So the other thing it's going to ask you to do when you log in each day is request DVIR. And so I'm just going to hit that and OK. What this is going to do is pull up the previous DVIR that was done on this truck. So if you get into somebody else's truck, you can see where then they last inspected it. If they have maybe a note in here that says it's leaking oil, then you'll know to check that before you take off in the truck. In this case, there were no defects on the last DVIR, so I am good to do my own pre-trip inspection at this point. I'll do my pre-trip inspection. If everything is safe to operate, I'm going to click yes, and I'm done. Your normal sort of operating device warning screen, we can skip that. If you have some kind of advertisements or tutorials come up, you're certainly welcome to watch those. But for right now, I'm going to hit skip. Now, we're still airing out here on our ELD because we still got a little stuff to do. So I'm going to open that ELD back up. And here at the bottom, I'm going to go to logs. Anytime we have an orange corner on something, that means we got something to do. So I'm going to go to logs, and you can see I've got just a little sliver of where I just went on duty. But it's all this blank log that's given us a problem. So what you're going to have to do when you first get your device is build a 34-hour restart in to your log. And so we're going to do that by going to add down here at the bottom. And the event I'm going to add is going to be a status change, off duty. I'm going to start that today at midnight, exactly midnight. And I'm just going to keep scrolling until I get zeros all the way across. And I'm at 12 o'clock a.m. My location, again, I'm going to say I'm Nashville, Tennessee. And OK. And the last thing we'll have to do here, we can skip the CMB power unit number. Under reason for change, we're just going to type that we've got a new device. Submit that. And now I can save that. And you can see that we've got from midnight until we went on duty just a minute ago. That is off duty, but that's not enough to give us a 34-hour restart. So we're going to have to go back to yesterday. We do that by going to the top left-hand corner here, hitting the arrow, and that takes us to yesterday. And then I'm going to do that same process again. I'm going to add an event of off duty. My start time is going to be 12 o'clock. a.m. My location will be Nashville, Tennessee. And my reason is new device. Submit that. Save it. Now I've got all day yesterday, 24 hours plus all that time today. Should have enough for a 34-hour restart. So I'm going to go to the home button, and there you go. I now have 8 hours of available drive time until my until I need to take a 30-minute break. I can also see I've still got some stuff to do on here on my logs, and that's just wanting me to certify these logs. And even the blank ones in order to get those orange corners off. So I just certified today. You can see up here the 12th. I'm just going to go back one day, certify, back one day, and certify. And I'm just going to keep on doing this for the last 8 days until I get back there where I'm out of days to certify. And it's going to stop giving me those orange corners. on my ELD screen. So I've certified all my days. I go home, and there you go. You can see that you got a nice clean buttons there with no orange corners. I've got 8 hours to drive, and I'm in good shape. You can bring this little arrow down here, and you can see the rest of your clock. And there are going to be lots of places here where we can see that clock. All right. So at this point, you have successfully logged in, and you've got your hours to drive, and you're in good shape. The first time you do this, it's probably going to be in the middle of the day. You've already had some OmniTrax hours. There's no way to rebuild that log. So please call Chris, Bart, Zach, somebody, Caroline, and we'll be glad to either print or email your previous 8-day logs. So you're completely legal. If you were to get stopped today, and they see that there's some weird things going on with your device. Just a quick run through of the buttons here, exactly what you would expect. If we hit the status button, it allows us to change our status. If we go down here to options, this is not much functionality that we're going to use right now. The one thing that you will need to use here, or maybe two things. The first one is a take it exception. If I want to take my 16-hour exception, it allows me to put a reason here and to certify this exception. That's in your options button. Also in your options button here is your roadside inspection. So if you do get inspected, you can click on this button, and it will take you to your logs. And a officer can then look at your logs. So if I go back home, you notice I have to put my PIN in. And the reason that is because we went into a roadside inspection mode. When you hit roadside inspection in many of the places here in this device that you can, it is going to lock down the device. So the officer only has the right to see your logs. No other activity on your tablet is available for them. So we will re-enter our PIN. And now you can see we're back in our regular screen, and we've got all our functionality open. You can also do that roadside inspection here under the data transfer button. Shipments and trailers, that's where you will put in your information just like you would in your load screen or the load tab on OmniTrax. That's what you need to put in order to make your log legal. And your DVIR, of course, when we just did one, but if we're dropping a trailer and we need to add a DVIR for the trailer, we can do it right there. So that is a quick run through on your ELD. There will be much more information to come. One other place that you can find some really good information. If you'll hit the hard home button, the center button on the front of your screen, hit the six dot menu on the left, you'll be able to go down here to the Media Center. And here in the Media Center, we now have the ability to post videos up here for you. So maybe some of those smaller safety videos that don't belong in your monthly safety training, we can post up here. We can see that Zach has already posted one M&W video up here right now. But what we have a lot of is training videos from Trimble. And so they've been kind enough to load several different things on here for us. For each different part of operating this tablet. There's little snippet videos, and you can go through those and really learn a lot. Of course, you'll also be able to call in. You can ask to speak to Chris, Bart, Zach, Caroline. We'll all be glad to help you. So that is getting logged in. We'll have another couple of videos on other functionality of the tablet coming up for you. And again, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.